Okay, here we have the Korg Monotron, as you just heard there. This one's had a few modifications. Now, what I've done here is I've built a little box. You've got a CV and gate input. You've got a switch so that your filter will track the pitch, like keyboard tracking. And you've also got an input so that you can modulate the filter. And as you see, I've got the step sequencer running there, so that was modulating the filter. Now, this is a really easy mod to do. If you open up the Monotron and remove the PCB, on the back side there's a lot of points that are clearly labelled for CV gate, or rather pitch, gate, cutoff, and there's a couple of others, but just for these ones I just use, as I said, the pitch, the gate and the cutoff. Now, the downside of using the gate on this one is that the gate affects the pitch, so the best thing to do is, in this box, is you can put a little trimmer in there, and to control the machine, something like Silent Way is perfect, because, you know, when you calibrate that, the fact that the gate affects the pitch doesn't actually matter, because by the time you're actually using it, you're just playing normal notes after, you know, after calibration. Like I say, inside the box, it's just jacks. There's a switch and a trim pot. And that's a precision trim pot. The hardest part of this mod is actually getting these into the machine. I mean, there's no space in the case for really additional jacks. And so what I did was I put a 4-pin mini DIN on the side here. As you see, it sticks out a little bit, but it works. And it actually means that I can unplug this and I can, you know, I can still use the Monotron as normal. And this is also providing the power, which comes from my adjustable power supply, which I showed you before on the Gacken video. So I'll put a link up to how to build that one anyway, but I made this one dual so that I could control the Gacken at the same time off the same power source and have them adjustable. So yeah, let's have a quick demonstration, and after that I'll give you some details of where you can go to see where the modifications are. So let's turn this back up. Now this is without the modulation for the sequencer, and use the internal LFO to modulate. I've got another CV line here which has got some other patterns on it, so let's change that. The reason I'm changing the pitch, the cables, is because I'm using Logic to record the audio as well, and I can't change it once it's started. So here we go, it's a little acid line. As you can hear, it's got a really big sound for such a small box. I mean, this thing is tiny. If I show you here, look, here's a cigarette lighter. You can see just how small the Monotron is. But such a fat sound. So as I said before, to modify this, let's just bring the box over here so you can have a good look at it. Yeah, this is just an ABS plastic box. Inside is a little PCB. It was just an experiment card. I've got power coming in, which is just DC from my regulator. A few jacks. Like I say, a little hole in here so you can get to the trim pot, and a switch to change if you want keyboard tracking. And this goes out to a mini DIN. And a mini DIN is on the side of the Monotron. Now, the only thing is, I haven't done this, but if you want to run this on batteries as well as having a DC power supply hooked up, you're going to want to put some diodes in between, which is going to involve cutting a trace, because you don't want to backfeed the batteries when you're running off DC, and likewise, you don't want to backfeed the DC when you're running off batteries. So either you do that, you cut some traces, you add some diodes just to, protection, or you just remember to take the batteries out if you want to use it standalone. And the power supply, again, as I say, that's very simple to make. But yeah, I mean, it's a great little machine. I'm actually very pleased with it. It's got a great little sound to it for such a small package. There you go. That's it. That's the modified Korg Monotron. Now, if you want to see some details on how to do this mod, visit my blog, and that's on www.dinzinc.info. I'll make a little schematic to show you this, and I'll write down some more details, so you don't have to keep looking at the video. But yeah, that's it. I'll see you next time.